this is Brittany Smith reporting on the Spring Grove Cemetery and Arboretum champion trees. Charted in 1845 as a nonprofit cemetery encompassing 733 acres, 15 lakes, a waterfall, and over 44 miles of winding roads, Spring Grove remains a beautiful piece of Cincinnati history. In 1987, Spring Grove adopted its current name of Spring Grove Cemetery and Arboretum. Spring Grove's champions are scattered throughout the Arboretum. However, their locations are noted on the inside pages as well as on the visitor's map. All the champion trees at Spring Grove have a boulder with a plaque noting their status.
1845, it was started with the Cincinnati Horticultural Society.
I know there are like the 3 different criteria, like the trunk circumference, the crown spread, and the vertical height.
Yes.
Like how exactly do you like measure that?
So for us on site, there are a few ways that we've done it. There's actually a pretty fun little mathematical method that they promote on the website for Ohio Big Tree, where you can use a yardstick and just sort of some geometrical angles to stand back a certain distance from the tree until the angles match up, and then the distance you are from the base of the tree is equivalent to the height of the tree. But that can be skewed by if you have to cross, especially in our grounds, hills, valleys, cross roads. You know, the further away you get, the more room for error. So there's a device called a clinometer, which you can stand back and it actually has the angles, and you can do the conversion to the height using that. Or the really dedicated and well-equipped folks have laser sighting equipment that they can, you know, spot the tree at the base and then at the top height and get the measurement that way. We do have some climbers that will help us old school method and climb up towards the top and drop a measured rope down, and then we can take a measurement that way as well. So height is the more difficult thing, especially on these older specimens to get, but there are ways to get good approximations and close measurements on that. For circumference of the trunk, we take the measurement at 4.5 feet up on the trunk. That's a consistent measurement for a single trunk tree. If the trunk branches out into multiple leaders, then if it does that around that height, typically they'll drop down below the break to sort of the waist of the tree at the smaller measurement and take that measurement there. And then crown spread, basically measuring widest point to, you know, east to west and shortest point north to south, and taking those and averaging it out to get the average spread of the tree. The crown spread gives the fewest points. I believe you get a 1/4 point per foot of crown spread, and for height and circumference you get a full point per foot and per inch respectively. So if you have a tall tree and with a large trunk, that's where most of the points come from.
Probably 2 reasons why there are so many state champion trees here at Spring Grove. One is that the second horticulturist, Adolf Strauch, who was basically the person who set the design of this cemetery in motion. He planted plants that he collected in large numbers, and those plants today exist. No one else in the state is going to have anything that rivals that. The Oriental spruce is a good case in point. There's something like 500 of those planted here, and because they're all in the 150-year range, it's going to take quite an effort for someone else in the state to get the largest Oriental spruce.
So through the website or calling the main number to 681-PLAN, they can contact anybody through our volunteer department or horticulture department. And even this week we had a gentleman that just stopped in and asked at the main desk. So we'll get folks information one way or another, however they might come in contact with us. And we love to work with people in whatever part of the operation here they find interesting, whether it's horticulture or history.
Well, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dan.